Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Allen looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing now is Allen. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
March. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Check four.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, high 7. Check 33. You get blocked, me.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. And let's pin the mirrors back.
Now Allen to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, Orbit.
Allen off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Hey, Delta. Mike 51. Big grip.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Lock now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Matchbox lights.
The 2nd-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ronald Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Bravo! 58 to Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right, Mo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Here we go. 8 reads. Hey, Haywood. Step.
Looking to throw on second down. Lock. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall.
Here we go.
Lock going to bring the offense up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey!
On first and 10, here's Locke. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Lock, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Hey, exit.
Play action. Now it's Lock. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Darius Slayton with his first career NFL touchdown. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Here's Allen on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On first down, Freeman. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To to the air. Allen. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Next the score, Bengals 21, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Locke now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll get 34 yards there.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw, it's Allen. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A minute 52 to play until halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
First down, and they're going to throw it at him. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Prater for the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
On second and very short. Lock. And Cooks has it over the middle. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, Lock. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
70, Indy.
First and 10.
Lock off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Lock going to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now third down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's Lock. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here, let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Block now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Throwing now is Locke. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Five. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
1st
15.
and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 22, Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Set. 50. Plant. Down to lose one. Strong right. Strong right. Strong go.
To throw it is Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ronald Jones, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen now looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away.
Let's go.
The Bengals
Let's
take
go.
over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Set, ready? Hey, box drop, box drop. 60 outlaw. Hit it.
Throwing his lock on third down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The tight end, Eric Swope, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, Locke. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks.
Hit it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I can't believe they even...
Hey, Charlie!
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Hey, Orbit.
On first down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On second and 10, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Allen. And this is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey, Echo.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Going up top. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Go now. 70, Indy.
53, Mike 53.
80 weapons.
Check 99.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. 10-2 stop.
53's Mike. Watch the slant.
Ready?
On second down, here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on second and long. Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Now Rocky lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Allen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Lock on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On the ready.
53, check 53. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Lock on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Rabbit.
Today's final score,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders.